What's up, everybody? It's your boy, John Maldhound. Welcome to another episode of Point and Laugh, the magic show where I make you a better deck builder and a worse person by means of introductory Googling and advanced hating. This week, we got an Elf Ball deck that swears it's different, followed by an Is It deck that swears it's sane. After that, we have a red deck that thinks the game starts at 10 HP, and finally, a Dimir zombie deck that reanimates to hand, presumably because they haven't seen half the shit Black's getting up to. For everybody that subscribes to this video, I will be removing one nanite from my editor's bloodstream. Thank you all for your time. Mango! Get the IV. Lathril, but X equals how much better I am than mauled at Hades in seconds. Fuck you. No! So for those of you that don't know, one of my patrons, Dr. Crab, cheats at Hades. They've made a veritable career out of faking Hades and Hades 2 screenshots to pretend that they're much, much better than me at the game and that they can beat my Hades speedruns by multiple minutes, which we know is not physically possible. So here's your goddamn Lathril deck, which I'm sure is totally different from every other Lathril deck. Or maybe not. Okay, we have the very standard interaction list. You know what? So brave of you to not put Deadly Rollick in here. Wow. Wow. We really needed the bling. Okay. Totally irresponsible card draw section. Save for Skull Clamp, which we will somehow magically draw every game because we're Lathril. Check. Drip. Forest Walk, real of you. This one, real. If you're fucking up other green players, I will allow this. Wait, the Rollick is there? I'm so dumb. My vision hasn't even come back yet from the anger at Crab reminding me about their lies in Hades. So you're not better. You're just as bad as I thought you were. Okay. A bunch of unblockability. He's not bald, but his hairline probably ain't much better than Mauld's under that headgear. Alright, you piece of shit. Alright, you piece of shit. Yavi Maya's in here? I'm no longer cool with this card. I'm no longer chill. Now this bracket 2 shit is taunting me. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about it because it's wrong. This bracket 2 bullshit is taunting me. Average precon right here, folks. Average fucking precon right here. Yeah, you need this. Victims of an MLM scheme. Okay. I was about to say, like, well, man, at least if we don't have Jaheira, and then what do I scroll to? Fucking Jaheira. Gaia's Cradle at home. True. So what, we have like 5 Gaia's Cradles? We have 4 Gaia's Cradles and then half a Gaia's Cradle. Oh, Jesus. Bond of Agony is kind of funny. You're definitely not going to win me back over because so many of these are Hydras, but Bond of Agony where you pay X is pretty funny. I don't even know why we would Black Sun Zenith when we're going to be the goddamn problem. Damnable Pact. This is blue shit. See, this is the one where I'm going to crash out. This is the one where I'm going to start talking about how I need one-sided Armageddon in bracket 2. Okay, a million Hydras. Yes, I die to the snakes. Whatever, get to the next movie. I've seen this Harry Potter film before. And we have fucking walking I was about to say, I don't even know if you get the elves to make these work, and then I forgot that Lathril just turbo pregnancies new elves into existence. So let's see how easy the green players have it. We cannot even fix our colors, but green players don't get mulligans in this stream. So, here we go. That's what I'm fucking talking about. 1 colorless, Cope and Seethe. Where's the other one? 2 colorless, Cope and Seethe. You stupid bitch. Excellent. We blow up our own war room with Ghost Quarter, the 3rd colorless land of this game, to get ourselves 1 forest in a vain attempt to play Magic on turn 5. You fucking idiot. Why are we? X is equal to 1. You've beaten me by 1 second in Hades. Hey, there we go. Turn 7. Can we cast our commander? Hell no, but we can cast Tyvar. What does he do? Nothing. And we could have made a second elf from Tyvar. So turn 9, we will have fixed our colors from Lathril. Let's see if this is any better. You still don't get any mulligans, because you still don't deserve any. God damn it. No 2-drops? No 1-drops? Who fucking needs them? The Ghost Quarter is a little bit less ridiculous this game, so we'll black market. We'll lose all the life, I don't know. Treasure elf card, then probably Lathril it up. Discard this dumbass removal. We're not going to do that. We have 2 more other lands. We will do Treasure Shapeshifter. Then we probably play this guy. Swing Lathril. Start shitting elves. treasure, shapeshifter. So this guy taps for 7 right now. Exceedingly normal. And I think we rip all this mana. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11 mana, which means X equals 10, into Termagant Swarm. We get to draw 1 and we make, oh, this is on death. Okay, so we just have a 10/10 now. Next turn. Let's talk about why game changers aren't the only thing you need to be worried about. When it comes to an elf ball deck specifically, Crab sent this in because he knew it would cause me harm, because it causes me harm on a daily basis. How free life is for elves. How free life is for these stupid ass, leech ass knife ears. Do you think these elves have worked a day in their lives? No, they haven't. Look at the playtest. All this elf did was lay down. All this elf did was watch a hard-working, upstanding, honest Tyrannid die, and then it laid down about it. Disgusting. And what do they get for it? Torment of Hailfire for X equals 18, 19. And that is what I presume is 18 colorless lands just to upset me, notwithstanding. How many do we have? You chump ass motherfucker. You absolute fucking buffoon. You know you're always going to be able to pay for your commander. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9. We have 25% of our lands just totally fucking pip screw us. So Crab, talk to me, Crab. Do you actually want me to make this deck better? Or do you just want to give me acid reflux? Because you've succeeded in one category. I think the primary way we could improve your life is by setting this deck on fire and enrolling you in rehab, but you've certainly done something. 19 is a lot when our primary payoff is me get big creature, me no have way to turn big creature into big mana. This is not necessarily a reason to put in something like Selvala or Bighorn or Rancher, but you have a lot of payoffs that would be better for a Selvala deck than it would be for a I'm making my mana by getting, like your board makes mana by getting really, really wide. And a lot of your X payoffs are just like really not even in the same neighborhood as the others. I do agree with what Arya is saying about Open the Way and Awaken the Woods. These are really, really good, like moderate cast X spells. Hydras are fun for you, I guess. But most of the Hydras that you could cast, if you cast this at like X equals 3, holy fuck do you not care.
None of this would be possible without support from our highest tier Patreon members, so please join me and Little Nadu as we take a moment to thank Badger King, Sussedin, Christian B, Ryan A, Adam S, Solar Movie, Biggest Dickus, Kyle, Jess HW, Alpha Dog 2064, Crimson Viper, Zelenor, Otterfire, Dad Out for Milk, Kyler P, Bolus Brigade, Derek H, Phelan, B Leave, Dungeon Masters Consortium, Zach G, Bobby Joe Lord, Talamar Von Geist, Troper and their 37 different identities, Bradley T, Bo, Beefcake, and Silky Wilkie. Thank you all and enjoy the video. Hi everybody, welcome to the Mango Money Moment, a new segment that exists only because YouTube has told us that if their automatic mid-roll placer doesn't believe that my video has enough dead air in it to constitute a transitional phase, they will not put monetized ads in the middle, which can really cut into the editor's leak budget. So we're gonna have these moments where we just stop and stare for a little bit. So it's all of Mald's least favorite archetypes today. The professor and his apprentice. When you bang rocks together so hard, they explode. So we have oh God. Is it Landfall? So you have corrupted the greatest archetype in the world to, hey, I have a rock. We have Landfall, make a rock equipment creature token, and then we have Glacian, which is tap artifacts to look at the top X, put 1 into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. So that's actually kind of, that could, if I see some cool self-mill shit in here, that's gonna be kind of hard. I know for a fact we're not about to see some cool self-mill shit though. Okay guys, can we get any Karns in chat? Who thinks we're about to see a fucking Karn lock? Okay, we have funding. We have a bunch of mana rocks. Oh, or Vandal Blast. Do we also have Karn?
No, we have Yes Toggo Kaboom, which this is awesome. I feel like OP casts Vandal Blast, not knowing what Mycosynth Lattice does. They called it the panic button, so like they definitely know. This is a haha creature board wipe and nuclear winter. So then we have a bunch of like feels good. We just have an entire geology department. Like we have everything that cares about artifacts ever. 5 card draw, one of which is Howling Mine, is fucking heinous. I do think more casual. Wait, Karn is there? I missed him? No. I don't think we have a Karn. So my thing is, right, we're gonna go to the playtest. We always go to the playtest for these. My thing is, right, what the fuck does this deck do? Like, I think on the face of it, this looks like the junk drawer that all of us have in all of our garages. It definitely does some artifact stuff. For the most part, we're making rocks with lands to trash for treasure. So we're doing a lot of trade our rocks for things that we've self-milled. Okay. And then what artifacts are we getting? Unwinding Clock to untap all of our rocks that do nothing because we never tapped them. We could also... Ooh, okay. We could mill Kuldotha Forge Master to get Kuldotha Forge Master by sacrificing a rock to sacrifice more rocks to get Vedalken Orrery to cast a tutor for inspiring statuary. So then everything gets improvised with our rocks, and then we cast Howling Mine, and we have finally achieved the card draw of every other Izzet deck in the world. So going back to the primer of an artifact deck that plays with its toys in the corner until it presents itself as a threat, that seems like forever. So let's go. Started from Nevada, now we hear Brass's Bounty. I would call this crazy irresponsible for a spooky deck, but you know what? You definitely get here. You'd be surprised. Okay. All right. Surprise me, daddy. So it's turn 2. Signet. Boom. We're crazy. We play Toggo. We play a land. We are playing optimally. I have 1 rock. I presume that this kills an opponent. I presume we throw this at somebody's head and it wins the game. Next turn. Boom. 2 rocks. What the fuck are they going to do to us? Nothing. We play Thought Monitor because he costs 4? Yeah. Costs 4. We draw 2. Amazing. Fuck it, I equip a rock. Land, rock, we're based. This guy, turn 6, land, rock. We now have 4 rocks. We can now pick up 1 rock per player and throw it at their head, killing them instantly. Yes, this does in fact include us. Crackle is the win. You got 1 win con in your whole deck that requires you to have $3 million? My brother in Christ. We got the Donald Trump win condition. Rock. I only made 1 because I play 1 land. Talisman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I tap 6 artifacts, so I get to look at the top 6. 1 of these goes to hand, rest to graveyard. Mirrodin Besieged says I can win the game on it, so I'm going to take that one. I play Solemn Simulacrum, allowing me to fetch an additional island, allowing me to make, you motherfucking guessed it, another rock. It's turn 8, another rock. We now tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We tap 8 artifacts. I'm going to tap Solemn Simulacrum too. I tap a 9th artifact. Here we go. We win. How much mana we got? Okay. We have to wait a turn. Turn 9, we get to try to do something. And the thing we would do is we would give Crackle with Power Improvise. So now all of these rocks are mana rocks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18. So we have 18 mana. So we can do X equals 5. We can deal 25 damage, which at turn 9 is honestly not that bad. So I'll believe you that Crackle with Power can end the game. My question to you is, can literally anything else... Oh, we have a land in hand, so that's 2 more. So we could do 6. We could do X equals 6, because this would make an additional rock. This works very well on anybody who is asleep. Vulture has listed their deck power as silly, spooky, and scary, which is not possible, and they said it's force your opponents to draw cards to gain value with devil tokens and burn them out with a multitude of cards that deal incidental damage. Zurzoth, Chaos Rider. What the hell are you trying to do with this fucking draft chaff? So we have a 3 mana 2/3 that says whenever an opponent draws their first card each turn, if it's not their turn, you create a 1/1 red devil with whenever it dies, deals 1 damage to any target. Whenever one or more devils you control attack one or more players, you and those players each draw a card, then discard a card. Okay, I want to be so clear. That's not good. It might be based, but it's not good. Oh, discard a card at random. Even worse. Still might be based. I imagine this is very fun until the 5th time you have to choose how you're randomly discarding. So we have card draw for me, which is Faithless Looting, Geth's Grimoire. This is good here. This is a very cute thing that becomes good in this deck. Idol of Oblivion's good here. Sure, this deck needs all the help we can fucking get. We have... what the hell is this for? So... 2 damage to each creature planeswalker in battle. So if we need to, we can board wipe ourselves, or we can, I guess, like cycle our hand. Because we're doing like draw discard stuff, right? We have to have discard synergies. I feel like we're better off just having a wheel, but we'll see. Exile top 2, yeah, who needs to discard? There's some discarding. This is a land, so I'll allow that. Discard your hand. That's perfect. That's perfect. Junk token for attacking. I think this is reasonable. It's a shame that this won't let us discard, but junks are still playable. Skull Clamp is fine to try to profit off our 1/1s. I don't know where to put these, but they're fun. Dance with Calamity, okay, it is based. Descent of Dragons, turn all my 1/1s into dragons. That's good. That could almost make this board state playable. That's amazing. Lame but useful, lame but useful. Land Ramp is a crutch. This card sucks, dude. What? So we deal damage to each opponent who controls more lands than you equal to the difference, then create a number of treasure tokens equal to the damage dealt this way. So this is 5 mana. I make 1 treasure and I deal 1 damage to Steve the green player. I see here you've been too responsible for that to work. You have 37 lands. You're probably hitting your land drops, partner. And the thing is, so is everybody. If we're making everyone draw and discard, like you're hand filtering everybody's. Card draw for us, secret group hub tech. So we have half a wheel, draw, discard. Okay, a wheel, amazing, a wheel. Good, force draw, good, force draw. Another wheel, another wheel. Okay, good, I like this. See, immediately, that previous artifact deck stole your fucking... Oh no, we have to make them draw on our turn. They did not steal your Howling. We do have to do things on our turn that make them draw a card. I do immediately agree with Otherworld Atlas. Like, wheels are good, but it's really bad to give other people cards. It's just, listen, I like doing it too. It's really fucking bad because other people's cards are fucked up. And I'll tell you something for free. Other people's cards are gonna be better than Spiteful Repossession. I don't care who you're playing at. You could be playing at a mystery booster box draft. They have better cards than Spiteful Repossession. If we're not getting a benefit for giving them more than 1, we don't want to give them 7 just to do it. So there's Otherworld Atlas, which we put at 1 card, and then we tap it on our turn. There's Temple Bell, which you also tap on your turn. We will look at some others in the future. Death by 1,000 cuts. So here's the discard synergy. Power 1 or less attacks, deal 1 damage. City on Fire, I feel like makes sense. Glinthorn Buccaneer. Bombardment makes sense. Okay, so we're kind of like group slugging. We're never the biggest threat, but we want to advance the game state via the reduction of life totals, which is based. I think Mechanized Warfare is the worst thing you could be doing with this deck. Sorry, the second worst thing you could be doing in this deck. Why the fuck do we have Nyx Lotus? This is not obligatory. First of all, this is not obligatory. Mono red, tokens that don't count towards devotion is very much not obligatory. I think Razor can Needlehead's fine. I worry about Raid Bombardment. We'll see how it feels in the playtest, but to me, this does not seem like a deck that's full of like little devil assholes that are trying to scratch your eyes out. This seems a lot like I send 3 devils to their death every turn to replace them with 3 new devils. And Raid Bombardment, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it adds up that quickly. I mean, Sunspine Lynx is fine just to shoot Todd and his dumbass life gain deck in the foot. Surly Badgersaur, also good. Obligatory removal section, most responsible red removal section I've ever seen. Reanimation is a crutch. I agree with you. Okay, so we have really good hater shit in here. We have a lot of good ways to create inevitability. I do think the rollout is going to struggle. Oh my god, the mana brick is back. We got a mana high 5. Here's the thumb. Here are the fingers. We just have a mana high five. We have no curve. I like Howling Golem. Even if we, maybe not because we probably don't get a lot of swings with this, but it is, I think, worth considering. Let's see how it currently plays. God damn, this is useless. God damn. So we do mountain, we start ramping. We're not gonna do land destruction because we're not a fucking maniac. We do Ruby Medallion, and if we Ruby Medallion, we can pay for Zurzoth. So now, we've paid for Zurzoth, and look at that. We have a bunch of good payoffs. We have one way to make it happen, but it's gonna require us to discard all of our payoffs. So I'm gonna play this one. I'm gonna swing. We get to draw, and we're gonna roll a 1d6, going left from right, left to right. 3. Thank fuck, we discard Nyx Lotus. We are very, very back. And then we get to make 1/1/1 Devil. We send this guy to his death. We draw, we dump our fucking wheel, which is, hey, not the best thing ever. And this is also why we want things like Howling Golem, Temple Bell, Otherworldly Atlas, because we really don't want the ways we force people to draw and discard to be in our hand, because we can't fucking do anything with that. Zurzoth makes 1 devil per opponent. Nugget VODs, that only happens if we are attacking every opponent, because the devil only makes the person it's attacking draw and discard. So when we swing 1 devil, 1 person draws and discards. So 1 opponent triggers Zurzoth. At the time we have 3 devils. Sorry, I thought Zurzoth was good for a moment. Really, the heart of what we want is we want more ways to make everybody draw 1 card. Oh shit, Library of Lang might actually be incredibly hot tech. Yeah, actually, fuck what I'm saying. You want this. You want Old Man Lang, who can just be like, okay, I'll discard this, but I'll put the 1 good card back on top of my hand. Just start cheating at Magic, bro. You're playing your Magic currently way too fair. Library of Lang, this is how you cheat. This is how you cheat at Magic. Get zombie, play zombie, shoot people with the commander. Zambonies. Get it? Bonies? Zombies? Clap, bitches! Not the best deck I own, could make it better, which is why it's here. Trying to make a mid-range zombie flood rehandimate deck. I'm usually going to tutor for Dictate of Erebos, Necroduality, or Geralf. Generally trying to shoot people in the health with either a board or the commander's upkeep trigger, or both. Sideboard is wishlist or considering sort by tags. Crab ratings made up. Actual cardboard touching. Okay, zombie-based draw. Tutor. Okay, sure, it's cardboard that you get to touch. Zombie-based draw, death-based draw, tack-based draw, tutoring, zombie-based draw, zombie-based draw. Okay, so let's talk about being a responsible human being, which Alarin is not. This is for sure cardboard touching. Off rip, we have a bunch of cardboard touching that only does anything if the zombie plan has already happened. We've touched on this with a couple of other decks, but it turns out living your life by the motto, I'll probably just stay winning, does not work well unless you are a tall, pretty white man and you got a small loan of $10 million from your dad. We do. So the first thing we're going to slap on here is card draw that works no matter what. It's good to have a lot of thematic cards. Thematic cards make you happy. We want at least a few cards that are going to work no matter what. Maybe we've had a couple unlucky draws. Maybe we've gotten board wiped. We need some stuff that doesn't need us to already be winning in order to stay winning. We need some stuff that's going to just like be a little baby win in the first place. The really bad examples of this are like Knight's Whisper. I turn 1 card into 2 cards that are hopefully better. We're going to go through a much better examples of this. What I'm going to lovingly call optimistic card draw. This is a person who's maxing out a credit card to purchase Bitcoin because they're very confident that they're going to be able to flip it before the end of the month to pay off their credit card. If they do it, everything's great and they're rich. If they don't, you have a military intelligence on the field with 1/2/2 zombie, and you never do anything for the rest of the game. Best curse word ever? You're just right. Just an undead dude. So now we have a bunch of zombie banners. Personally, zombies are so good, we don't need a man cosplaying as a zombie. We are not hard up for good zombies. We don't need Freddy in his zombie outfit to show up to the party unless we have like crazy combat damage triggers. I guess, hey, rest in peace, Joey Schultz. This is good, makes us a ton of zombies. This can be good if we begin sacrificing a ton of zombies. Okay, here's the beginning of the rehandimate. Okay, more zombies per zombie. I like that. Could be, we have 38 creatures. This could get high up. It's probably gonna vacillate between like a 5/5 and a 10/10, which for 3 mana is not great, but is not useless. Why did it look like you had the same hair as the curse guy? Cause I do. Motherfucker bit my style. Open the graves. More zombie per zombie. In fact, now like we definitely, what the fuck is Changeling Outcast doing in here? If we have a guy with the Anthrax sword, we do not need Tom and his zombie dress up. We're speed running to hell. Okay, mana sink to make zombies. That's cute. Okay, late game payoff for zombies. Fucking, we have zombies with, do you just think, all right, if you just think this is cute, I will give you this as a flavor pick, but this is like, this is a you had this card. This came out of the fucking draft box that you made the deck with. This is ridiculous. I think this life drain clause is up there in the shit that is never happening category with like Scarlett Johansson walking into your life and giving you a kiss on the cheek. All the money went to other decks. Where'd all the other brain cells go though? Because hold on. This guy's gonna be more than 35 cents. There we go. 64 cents. Where'd our Google time go? I would replace the changelings. I think we have, zombies have so much support. They are like anecdotally the second most supported creature type after elves in terms of all the shit they get. Matryoshka zombies. Endless Ranks of the Dead is fucked up. Okay, this is a good death toucher for us. Necroduality, yeah, that's great for you. Reflections is great for you. Still don't believe in white. Reanimate me harder, Bone Daddy. Yeah, I added that last part just for you. Sure, it's a zombie that can enter from the graveyard. That's better than nothing. Okay, 7/7 flyer, -1/-1 for each card in your hand. 4 mana, discard 3. Return from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. My man, we are not making it out of the draft cube with this guy. I know he is just $1, but we are not making it out of the cube draft with this piece of shit. I know it is reanimate. That is good. We cannot be dumping 3 cards just to get this dickhead who, if things are going well, we want you to have a full hand. We want you to be rehandimating. We want you to be refilling your hand. Yeah, Geralf's masterpiece. This is, bro, if this was your PhD thesis, they would take away your bachelor's degree. If this was your capstone project, they would send you back to elementary school. So we could be doing it like, so the reality, the world in which this card is good is if we were leaning into the Scarab God's activated ability, which is 4 mana, turn something into a token that's a zombie copy. So if we had a bunch of like expensive bombs in this deck that we wanted to exile and turn into 4/4s, Geralf's Masterpiece is super good for that. However, that's not what we're doing. We're trying to do Zombie Flood. So I don't think the Masterpiece fits into Zombie Flood. Relentless Dead. So when it dies, you can pay black to return it to hand. And when it dies, you can pay X. Oh, that's hot. Ooh. Ooh. I do declare. This card is ridiculous. I think this, I realize it reanimates. I think there's just better things we can do. When Prized Amalgam enters the battlefield, if it entered from your graveyard or if you cast it from your graveyard. Oh, whenever a creature. So if we reanimate something else, we get to bring Prized Amalgam back to field. I currently don't believe in this. I currently don't believe in this because the like solid pieces of reanimation we have in this deck are 1, 2, we're cutting him, and we're cutting him, 3, 4. So without a lot more tutors or without a lot more card draw, I'm not actually confident that Prized Amalgam is going to see a lot of creatures coming in out of the graveyard. Yeah, I mean, the commander does scry a bunch. He is also 5 mana, and I own a firearm. So like, I'm trying to be real about how long you're keeping this, man. When your commander's 5 mana, we have to be very, very critical about the deck working without the commander unless you have green. If it's a 5 mana commander in green, whatever, you get him turn 2. I don't care. If it's 5 mana in blue-black, brother, you need to be responsible. So these are all reasonable. We will see how it playtests and confirm the lack of responsibility that I have talked about earlier. So we reveal that. Turn 2, you got incredibly lucky with that land being on top. We'll play Bantu's Monument so we can open up more of these creatures to play. And then just Herald's Horn. So now on upkeep, we don't get to do that, but we could play Scarab God. Do we even want to? So like here's the, we have Rehandimate, We have Fleshbag Marauder, which can be used for board control, but really doesn't help us. We just dump our commander turn 5 because fuck it. So it's turn 5. We have a deck that really wants to set up without our commander and has not successfully set anything up. So next turn, we have no zombies, but we get to check with Herald's Horn. This is a zombie, so we get it to hand. So now for 2 mana, that's pretty hot. It does have to be 2 black. We can Violent Tumor. I'm going to pick Diregraph Colossus because that is the card whose name I remember. So we're not really at Zombie Flood yet. This is more of a Stinky Trickle, also my nickname in college. We can't do a lot of anything because we are pip screwed on this Violent Tumor. Now we are getting our lands, which is kind of nice, but it is fucking us up in every other sense. So for 1 and a black, we get Diregraph Colossus back. Then for just a black, we get Diregraph Colossus. Now this begins to look good. However, it is turn 7, and even the precons are beating us at this point. We can dump this guy on the table to get an extra 2/2. Holy shit, can we please undo that? Nope, who cares? Okay. So we get an extra 2/2. Everybody sacrifices something. We sacrifice the 2/2. Now on our next upkeep, now shit is crazy, right? Now shit is crazy because we have Scarab God, hopefully, and 4 zombies. So we get to scry 4. I'm going to keep Necro Duality on top, Endless Ranks of the Dead on top, and I'll choose to draw Necro Duality. But now we're tapping out to do this, and our turn's over. We cannot Diregraph Captain because we don't have the pips to make this work. We don't have anything super imposing to play. And we're really just having this like super threatening setup, but it's so telegraphed. You're doing like a slow motion anime punch. And you definitely, now I do want to be clear, I love a good speech. I love a good villain speech. It's okay to have that ready, but you are punching at like 12 frames per second. This deck is the Chimera Antarch in Hunter x Hunter, and we gotta get to the finish line somehow. So what I'm really gonna recommend is if we don't want to have more lands, we have to at least be on some talisman behavior. We have a lot of shit to pay for. We have a lot of shit to pay for that requires us to pay with pips. You did a good job of cost reducing your stuff, and I think on like 4 out of 7 turns, we had to stop what we were doing because we did not have the right pips to cast any of our stuff. Now, other people are coming in with zombie suggestions. So there's Gisa and Geralf. Holy fuck, yeah. This is hot for normal reasons.